Hello, YouTube, and scourge YouTube. Uh, it is currently 8:49 a.m. August 20th, 2025. It's Wednesday. Um, I already put the garbages out yesterday, and I speed rushed through that. I wanted to get that done as fast as possible. Okay, it's 8:50 now, so the road is in balance. Uh, but um, it's done. Uh, Picked up the cat poop, threw it away. I do not own a cat. It's a stray cat keeps coming by, pooping in the yard. I like cats. Whenever I'm riding on my scooter, they would always just stare at me. I mostly run away because I'm on an electric scooter. um, I would slow down, but even then they would just run as fast as possible. Unless I'm standing still, then they would just also stand still. Um, I have a lot of energy right now, which is good as compared to yesterday. Um, Also, I was able to take home a large fry and a 10-piece. That was fun. And since it's McDonald's, of course, it's gonna be all cold. And it's funny enough, everyone wants their fries fresh and whatnot. The thing with McDonald's food is that, and I can't express this enough, when I hand you the food in the window, your best bet is to eat it then and there, unless you own an air fryer. So it's the best way to do it. And someone always asks if the food is cold, which they ask me if it's fresh or not, which I have no knowledge of. I'm not kitchen staff, and it's not my job to make sure that the food is fresh. It's my job to make sure that the food is in the bag, and then I then give you said food. That's how it works, how it operates, and anything else is just nonsense. But since they would ask me that anyway, I would specifically say everything should be fresh for you, which is not a lie. Everything should be fresh. Whether it is or isn't, I have no knowledge of. If it's not, I will gladly fix it for you. Um, what's funny, I would always get hit with the question, "Oh yeah, this is cold. Would you eat this? Would you drink this?" And the thing is, I know they would expect me to say no. And if I was a customer, then sure, I probably wouldn't. Well, I probably wouldn't care either. But normally, when I'm a customer, I would always get my fries and nuggets and anything else well done. Back when I used to eat McDonald's a lot, I rarely do now. But I would always get my things well done. And when I'm a customer, then yeah, that's fine. As someone who works there, when I'm on break and I only get like I can get a crew meal for break, but I choose to only get a small fry. I don't like, because it's a 10-minute break and I don't like being rushed, especially while eating, because then I don't want it, it's a whole thing. But um, what's funny with that is that when I am at work and I get my small fry, if it's fresh, that's fine. I would honestly prefer if it was sitting for a little bit, which I know, which I know that sounds crazy. Is that how can you eat stale fries like that, or cold fries, or like room temp? Why wouldn't you want them fresh? Well, I'm mostly all in it for the drink, and I get my Dr. Peppers, it's the energized and existing, or a little bit of existing I really can. But I'm mostly watching YouTube, if anything, and then I get my two sauces, and that's on break. That's the only time I would ever dip my fries in sauce. So as a customer, I wouldn't do that because as a customer, I would only have nuggets be dipped in sauce because that's how it should work. But that rule doesn't apply when I'm working there. Well, these are all personal rules. I don't know why I do these things, but yeah, it's like the another main reason why is because since it's like 10 minutes, and if it's fresh out the oil, then it's gonna be hot, and then I have to wait for it to cool down. It's gonna be a whole thing. I would rather have it be cooled down, and it doesn't even have to. I prefer it even not to be that high. It can be warm. Well, that's fine. And then I can, as long as it's salted. That's the middle. That's the middle ground. As long as it's salted, that's fine. It's perfectly salted. It's not extremely fresh and or hot. I guess I'm cool. Kind of like the Goldilocks thing. um, and then the same applies to nuggets too. With I would always look at customers crazy whenever they ask for no sauce, but um, the reason why I do that is because these customers are also the ones who want their stuff fresh, and well, who doesn't want their stuff fresh? But for me, I mean, I'm assuming they have sauce at home. That's why they don't want it. But even though it's free sauce, because they know that they get free sauce with nuggets, which lead me to interpret that they have sauce at home, so they feel that they don't need it, or they generally like it without sauce. And here's the crazy part: when I'm a customer, if I would get my 10-piece well done, I would get it with barbecue sauce, and that's fine. But even if I wasn't a customer, if I were to just be eating some extra nuggets, if I'm allowed to, then I would also prefer if those were um like not really hot either. Um and one example of that is when I had my large fry and the 10-piece that was given to me. Now, since that was from a while ago, you can imagine they were very cold by the time I got back to the house. And yeah, the fries were cold, but I still enjoyed them. And the 10-piece was cold, but also still enjoyed them. And I didn't had any sauce, but honestly, my taste buds are weird. But honestly, with if it's not like in the state that it's in, I would prefer it no sauce because it tastes better that way. When it's not fresh, it tastes better with no sauce to me. But if it is fresh and well done, or either or cooked to order, as we say, I would always say prefer mine well done. I like the crunchiness. But whether it's cooked to order, well done, I would always get sauce. If it's anything besides that, then I would prefer it without sauce, and I would still eat it. And then feel it tastes better. Because someone plays, oh, but someone would say, oh, but what? But it's all soggy. Why would you? Why would you want soggy nuggets? And I'll say yeah, but adding salt. Let's say it is salt, and yeah, the grease would soak in the breading and all that, and yeah, it would be a bit soggy, but not like wet. No, it's not that. It's not that crazy. um, that's only if you refrigerate it, from my experience. Then it'll probably start to get all soggy. But even then, putting sauce on it won't help because it's probably a bad analogy. But you're not going to like if there's something wet that you don't want wet, you're not gonna really help it by getting it more wet. And I was gonna say a towel, but it kind of sounds. They're gonna hear this part of the they're gonna hear this part of the video and they think, what was he talking about? Sounds weird out of context. um, but yeah. Well, at least I can have a title for this video. I have a specific title. I never really have a specific title for my videos because I'm just really rambling about my day and about how I feel about stuff. That's why my titles are never really a specific this or specific that, because I never really stay on a topic. The topics are just kind of inconsistent. Though I would say I'm very consistent with my consistency, so but doesn't that make me? I don't know. Goodbye.